So we're now heading out of Houston. FYI, don't miss your bypass. Going through the center of a major city. Not the greatest thing in the world.
It was less than enjoyable.
Thank you, Henry. My brother called at the perfect time, and we missed our bypass. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Goose Island Texas State Park. It's located just outside of Rockport, Texas, and when you come in here, the first thing you'll notice is just, one, you're going through a neighborhood, and it's just full of all these live oaks. And like any state park, you're going to have a little ranger station here that you're going to stop at, and they're going to take care of you as far as giving you directions or anything you need to know. They also do sell firewood and some amenities. When you first go into the park, you're going to make an immediate right, and that's going to be the wooded area for camping. Now this area here, it has a lot of tent sites and sites for smaller rigs, bigger rigs, you name it. There is only one dump station on this site, you'll see here on the left. Now this entire site is one huge loop with several different streets, I'll call it that run in between the surrounding loop. And what I will say about this wooded area is there are plenty of restrooms, but you don't have them really close to any one of these camping areas. We turn left here into one of the interior sites, and this one is more of a loop area. I do believe it is campsites 219 through 224. You see here on the right, there's some tent campers here. And there isn't any particular sites in here for rigs. And you're gonna see what I mean here in just a moment about accessing the restrooms and showers. Most of them will have trails that lead to the restrooms themselves, as I'm fixing to go through one right here. So it's not that there isn't plenty of restrooms. A lot of it is just the restrooms are spread out quite a bit. So just keep that in mind if you're gonna be camping on the wooded side. These restrooms, they're kept very clean. We didn't really go into any of them per se. I don't like filming restrooms. I do it on occasion. But as you can see, it cuts out and there's plenty of campsites, have plenty of space between them, plenty of places to throw your trash. There's 30 and 50 amp electric, and you do have water, but as you noticed, you have to go to the restroom to use the facilities if you don't have them on board. And there is only that one dump site. So if you do need to go dump your rig, you're gonna have to hook up and go around to the beginning of the loop. Most I can say about this is that there is plenty of hiking trails. I believe there is bike trails. We kind of stuck to the roads. We did go down one or two trails. They weren't marked very well. It didn't say whether it was just for pedestrians or just for bicycles or not. This area right here is a bird watching area. You definitely can't take your bikes through here. There is no alcohol allowed on the public areas. What I mean by that is there's no display of alcohol in any state park in Texas. And here we are going by the water dump station for the ocean side, and of course anybody can use either one. And this little area here on the left right here, that is like an overflow area. It's a parking spot, but it's also got areas for tenting. And this building on the left here is a community center that apparently is kind of built out of some of the local products like your oyster shells. And this part of Texas is known for the oyster bed. You'll see them out here. We have a ramp here. A lot of the locals do the charters out of here. Okay, this is our campsite. As you can see, the site next door is far enough away we can actually park our vehicle. Laura's setting up her chair because we are staring at a couple fishing rods, which means we're not gonna catch anything because a stared at rod, well, doesn't get a bite. Now this is actually our campsite shelter, I guess you'll call it. Excuse me. We have our electrical and our water. There is no sewer. And tonight we're having burgers and brats. But you just can't beat the view. Look at these back end spots. I mean, you're literally 25-30 feet off the water, and then when you look straight out, you got homeowners and there are, I mean, it's just so much. I have caught some fish here though. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest fisherman, but I did catch a couple. Actually, I've caught quite a few. Just, I'd say 10 or 12 of them were trash fish. There is a spit down there. I don't know if you can see those people down there, but there's a spit you can walk out on, especially at low tide. So this is what I'm calling a spit. It's at the very end of the camping road, and it just comes out to this area here that at low tide is well exposed, as you can see, and it's the rock jetty that runs all the way around what looks to be this whole Goose Island area. But at low tide you can come out here and pretty much walk all the way around. At high tide you have a little bit of a walkway, and it's kind of that trail you'll see right there, but it's pretty neat. It reminds me of the spit in Homewell, Alaska. I don't know if you can see them, but those are all the oyster boats and the oyster beds that they farm out there. So what do you think about Goose Island, Mama?
It's gorgeous. A lot of diversity, a lot of things to do. Town is not too bad size, but it's all the way over there, so we don't have to deal with it if we don't want to.
Now I will say this, the local business is oystering and charters. I took a walk down to the boat ramp, and I was amazed at some of these airboats. These things have dual rotating, counter rotating props, 800-900 horsepower. It is amazing. And this individual right here, he let me watch him while he was ending one of his charters, and they went out backwater fishing for redfish. And I'm from Florida, guys, and we have redfish too, but we have nothing like this. This was a morning charter that he took. I believe it was a father, mother, and the son. This is the son you see here a little bit in the video. And they just racked in the redfish. Apparently they have, you know, some of the best redfishing there is in the states, period, in the southern states. And they do have black drum, and you know, they do have the regular fish you can catch out there in salt water, but they're known for the redfish, and they're known for big ones. Look at this fella right here. And they do a great job. I mean, he took them out. They had a great boat ride. He comes back. He cleans the fish, supplied all the gear for them. Now, pricing wise, I didn't really get into it real much. I looked up some of the prices. I don't think it's that bad. It's comparable to, you know, charter fishing where I'm from, down in eastern side of Florida around West Palm. You're gonna pay $300-400, a couple of dollars a person, or $500-600 for the boat, but it's well worth it. And it does cost a lot of money to maintain these boats. But just take a look at the catch of the day. And this guy, he's like a machine. He's all business, and he was talking to me about, you know, everything he does and how the charter business is not what it used to be, but it's still a good living, and obviously he enjoys it and he's good at what he does. I mean, this is a heck of a catch right here. I'm gonna say one other thing too. We rode our bikes out here a few days ago. What I have noticed is that there's a lot of trails, nature trails in the park area, but they don't specify whether they are bike trails or walking trails.
Yeah, and it's not so bad because the paths are, for the most part, a little bit wider, so if you do encounter pedestrians,
Yeah.
it's easy to both hit your side and not run into each other.
But this is probably one of the most relaxing places that I've been. I mean, I don't know how Laura feels about it, but I will definitely come back here. And we've only left run up to 7-Eleven, Walmart.
I did laundry.
And laundry. Other than that, we haven't done anything but sit here, relax. Laura's actually worked on the trip, and I've done a lot of fishing and just enjoying. It's about 5:30 right now, and we're just enjoying the afternoon. And we've been here for almost 8 days. We got a couple more to go, and then it's on the road. And you know, even with the little issues we've had, it's okay. Next, let's take a ride down to the Big Tree. It's a local landmark for this area on Goose Island, and it's a park in and of itself. We went down there a couple times. There was people visiting every time we went down there. I was down here the other day with Laura, and we were doing some reading, and one of the unique features it was talking about was, one, it's hundreds of years old, and two, the reason they don't want people walking around it is it compacts the ground, and the root system can't get the adequate amount of water. As you can see, it's a very large tree. Some of the sites that you will read say it's over 1,000 years old. It withstood numerous hurricanes. Man itself, which may be worse than Mother Nature. And it talks about how all of these oak trees surrounding it is its children.
The tree itself is probably, I'd say, about 2 miles from where we're camping. So you do have to come out and go through a neighborhood to get to the tree itself.
If you actually follow the signs from the park, it'll have you go through an actual neighborhood, but it's just a lot of wooded area and side streets. If you follow the route we took, which is the first immediate right outside of the park, it's going to take you down a waterway, which is much nicer. We're going to go take a look at sites 1 through 24, and as you can see, it is right on the Gulf. You don't get much better. This area out here to the left coming up is where we typically walk the girls. They don't have per se a designated dog walk area or dog park, but there's plenty of natural landscape here. Hope you can see that airboat coming in right there. He's probably coming back from a charter. Plenty of areas that you can walk down to the water. They do provide steps and railings. You still need to be careful though, because this is called Shell City for a reason. I said that, I don't know if they really call it that or not, but the fact there's shells everywhere. Each one of the little pavilions is covered, and they're marked. That was number 15 right there, and they're designed for you to back in. So if you want to pull in, it's going to be awkward with the power and the water situation. Restroom off to your right. It's very clean. At least I thought the men's was clean. And the only interior sites are off to the left here, starting with 16, 17, 18, and so forth. Those sites, as you're not directly on the water like the guys to our right, you're not going to get much closer. It's better than the wooded campsites, unless that's what you're here for. Each one of these little campsites, power and water only, except for the camp host, obviously. And then you come into the public area down here where the pier is at, which, believe it or not, you walk all the way out there on that pier as long as it is, and there are steps going down to the water. You're still only in a couple, 3 foot of water at any given time, especially at low tide. There is a set of restrooms down here and ample parking, because you can back up to the sidewalk here and fish. I see a lot of people doing that. Kayak rentals, that's provided here by the state park itself.
They also loan out fishing equipment.
Yeah, they do loan out fishing equipment. Matter of fact, I'm going to back in myself right here, and we'll take a walk down the pier.
Yep. Clear days, on clear days, that water is nice and clear.
Right down here at this first step, Laura and I were down here the other day, and they were giving classes to the young, I don't know exactly what group it was, but it was a bunch of youngsters on how the oysters survive, how they take in the water and expel it, and they can go up to 2 weeks. Go up to 2 weeks without being in the water, just with the amount of water that is inside the shell. And actually, that's called liquor. That water that's inside, or that liquid that's inside the oyster shell when you open it, that's called liquor. couple gentlemen out fishing right over there the other day. Thought that was pretty awesome. Back off in that direction is where all the charter boats go. I'm assuming that is the backwaters. Have any luck?
A little bit.
A little bit? What are y'all catching?
We caught one whiting.
Whiting?
Yeah.
That's good eating though. I caught some whiting in Florida. It was really good. You too. Gentleman said they caught some whiting. I actually caught some down in Flagler Beach. Mess of them, and they were good eating. I made basically fish nuggets out of them. So this is going to be the west side of the ocean front, and it starts at site number 25 and goes all the way down to the turnaround point, which is on a little bit of a spit. There is another restroom here. They do have dog bag and dog garbage cans for the poop, as it were. And there's a camp host in each one of these little sections of the park itself. And they're wide enough. I mean, we have a 35-foot rig parked in there, and as you can see ahead, there's a Sprinter, I think is what that is, a good 36, 38 footer. And there's actually plenty of room, and leveling wasn't that difficult. This area up here is a little bit of a lookout area that they've got set aside, a little bit a preserve. Come down and bird watch.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's also the loop to turn around with your camper, so that can get a little bit tight if there's too many people down here checking the lookout out.
Each one of these little pavilions actually has a different fish on the side that's been inscribed. What were you going to say?
It's sites 25 through 47 here.
I do want to take a moment and apologize, guys. I lost the footage or totally messed it up of Laura and I going out on the pier and stepping out on these little areas that were low tide, and you could walk way out away from the pier. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you made it this far, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, tell us what you think. We really enjoyed the stay here at this state park, and we hit several in Texas, just waiting out the winter. And a lot of the snowbirds come down here, and what better place, Rockport, Texas. This is Goose Island State Park. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. I sure do enjoy making videos, Laura and I.